Defragment is a Cyberpunk RED campaign from the streets of Night City. It features Insufficient Caution as Pendragon the Netrunner, Raffen325 as Winter the Fixer, and Foxkip, or Aedan, as TIDAL the Soul. I am Queen Nesquik, the Game Master. Thanks to my players, and thank you for listening.
And, well, Title's been watching this show ever since she was a kid, and I'm pretty sure it's ended by now, but she does not care. Because the show means a lot to Title's own brand of chaos, alright? She really liked the bombs. And she finds them exciting, exhilarating, even. And so, you know, from a young age, she's decided to emulate, Billy Bloomsdale. Hence why she also has her own bombs. She very much cares for her grenade launcher. Don't touch it. So yeah, she's, spending her nice, relaxing Sunday morning watching some Billy Bloomsdale. She has all the episodes downloaded.
Yeah, of course. Every single one. You've had to go on, like, adventures to get some of these episodes.
Yeah.
You're sitting, beer in hand, watching this old cartoon, looking out over the city. From your position, you know, maybe in a middle floor of the mega complex, you can see waves rolling over the rubble edge of Night City. And just the droning sound in the background of Billy Bloomsdale and his friends. It's a very formulaic show. You know, it's a children's cartoon. They have some villain shows up who's just like a gimmick, and then Billy Bloomsdale and his friends come up with some idea to run them out of town. It's a very, very spaghetti western inspired, overdone, cartoonishly violent. This is only a children's cartoon in Night City. Only. Anywhere else, this would be a horribly gory parody of children's television, but not here. Of course, there's many controversies that have spawned over this show. There's a reason it no longer exists, but, you know, isn't the past a wonderful thing? Nostalgia is a hell of a truck. So you're looking over this city, beer in hand. This day could not get any better. It's just incredible. And you get a ring on your agent. Now, give me a second. What is your agent like?
It's a very brash thing that definitely is not a good role model or probably a good person to interact with on the regular at all.
Did you ask the AI to specifically emulate a certain personality?
Yeah,
no,
you can.
Oh, yes, you. Okay, I thought you were asking me if I did that.
It's up to you. I'm just saying you can. It's up to you.
And yeah, she's decided to call it Best Overly Omnicidal Assistant.
Best overly omnicidal assistant.
Assistant. Yes.
Okay, I see.
And I think that title should be enough to give you an understanding that maybe some agents should just go to the dumpster.
So I see you're playing Rico from the Penguins of Madagascar.
You're not wrong.
Title swishes her beer around, like sighs a little bit, and then grabs her agent to check out what the call's about.
1 second. You're getting a call from a username by the name of Pangolin.
Oh, this bitch again.
Do I know this pangolin?
Nope. Okay. Did you list? Oh, hold on. I need to check the character sheet actually real quick. Did you ever list? Okay, so this is something else I forgot to account for that I'll have to jot down real quick. In each of your character sheets, one of your skills is listed as local expert. On it is listed your home. You were supposed to pick an area, a borough, basically, of Night City that is your home that you have local expert in. Now, where exactly that is in Night City is up to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be in Night City, but I imagine all of you have lived on Night City at least long enough for it to be in Night City. But yeah, so if you can each either DMA or tell me like where you have local expert in one particular piece of Night City that you are an expert in, because that'll determine the area in which you kind of know people and stuff.
Mine is Westbrook.
Westbrook, okay.
Executive zone.
I'm playing a Hispanic character.
Pacifica.
90% Hispanic people. So
We got Westbrook, we got Pacifica, and we got the executive zone. All right, so yes, because local expert executive zone, no, you don't know Pango.
TIDAL will look at the name derisively and very much have to fight the urge to instantly block this interloper. And will pick up the call right before it cuts out.
You make your way. Ring, 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 ring. Right before it's about to hang up, you hit pick up. Your voice in their end. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is it the International Fuck Shit Up hotline?
It is!
Ah, I knew I called the right number. I have got something for you to do. You want to come talk about it?
You make a very compelling argument. Absolutely.
All right. There's a bar in Haywood. I'm going to send you the address. I'm there this evening. I'll see you there. You know, credits are involved. The blowing shit up's involved. A lot of fun to be had. Just we'll come. We'll talk about it.
All right.
Wait, what do you say? 6, 7 o'clock tonight.
That sounds fine. Make sure no frickin' narcs are around.
Oh no, I know this place. No one, no shitheads around. I guarantee.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
I'm trusting you too. I knew this was a good contact. I will see you soon.
See you.
Thanks.
Well, guess I better turn it on to 1.5 times speed.
You have like a quota you have to get through. Well, we leave you with that. Next up, Raph.
Hey.
Or Winter.
We cut to Winter. She's currently behind some warehouse talking to her clients. You see a rather large, muscular woman, easily like 6'3", massive black leather jacket with kind of like red highlights along the edges, those like shoulder nub things that the jackets in Night City tend to have. Leather pants, fingerless gloves, all that fun stuff. Her face is obscured in like a red Oni mask. She's dealing with one of her clients who isn't happy about their cut of a recent deal that went down.
It's like, what the fuck? Lady, we agreed on 30%. Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah. And without speaking, Winter effortlessly picks them up by the like the neck of their shirt, like not around their neck, but just like the neck of their shirt, lifts them like a foot off the ground, basically with zero effort. The servos and gears and whatever technology is in her arms, effortlessly lifting this much smaller person off the ground.
Just fucking whelp in your shadow.
Yes. I believe we said 25%.
I believe I may have misremembered something. I'm very sorry.
And drop them to the ground. Good. Glad we came to an understanding.
It's an absolute pleasure doing business with you, man.
I know it is. Flick them their credits and wait for them to scurry off and return.
See you this time next week?
Yeah. Yep. I got plenty more jobs for you, Chief.
Great. I'll see you later.
Yeah, and Winter begins to turn around.
You have a blessed day.
Pulls out her agent and starts texting her husband, letting him know that job's taken care of, money's on the way, so that he can start working on the accounting side of things for the job. She just kind of sighs, starting to get bored of the monotony of these incredibly basic jobs that she's been putting people up to throughout her section of Westbrook, or Haywood, sorry. Now the pay is decent. The jobs are good. People are getting helped out. She's getting food and water and other basic resources to where they need to be. But damn if it isn't boring. And she's just waiting for something more interesting to come around.
Is your local expert Haywood as well?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So you run this little whelp off. He looks eminently afraid of you. Turns the corner very quickly. You call your husband. Pleasant conversation, but very normal. And like you said, it's monotonous. You've been doing this for a long time. And goodness do you know Haywood. You are turning away, about to leave the alley that you were getting that job done in. You know, a million other boring-ass chores in your mind. And you get a call on your agent. What is your agent like?
Very, like, cloak and dagger, super serious. Just a picture like what you would expect a serious rogue character to speak like in a movie where the rogue sits in a dark corner and, you know, doesn't make eye contact and speaks like 5 words and only talks to informants and things like that. That kind of personality.
I see. All right. So you get a call on your agent. It says from a name Pangolin, which you know. You've heard about Pangolin.
Do I know the context? Do I know the context in which I've heard of Pangolin?
Yeah. So you've heard the name Pangolin. She is a young fixer, probably early 20s now. You first heard about her probably around like her 18th or 19th birthday, when she was involved in an apartment block kind of north of your operating space in Haywood. And she kind of set them up. She was their fixer, and she set them up with a net connection. This apartment block had been through a whole saga of things that had happened, that you are on and off familiar with, but basically, the tenants of this apartment building got abandoned by their landlords and had to get their thing to work himself, and Pangolin was instrumental to that process. But she went off the radar for about 2 years recently, and you hadn't heard anything about her. This is the first you have heard of her kind of since then. You feel like she came back onto the radar before she is calling you now. You've like heard her name around more around recently, but you do know there was a span of 2 years recently where she was not really doing any kind of fixing in Haywood or anywhere.
All right. Yeah, I'll pick up the phone. Just answer with, "Hey, what's up?"
Hey, Winter. How's business?
Hello?
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Pangolin?
Raven? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Queen, you still there?
Can the rest of you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh.
Apparently. Oh, great. Fantastic.
What happened?
I don't know.
I'm banished to where?
Hello? Any luck?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened there.
Huh. Discord bullshit, I'm sure.
What's
Can
a
you hear me
fitting place in Cyberpunk
Yeah.
to get banished to?
The old net, the deep net, Chicago.
Banished
Hey!
to Blackwall.
I'm just throwing stones for absolutely no reason.
This shade is real.
Is Chicago even a real city?
Oh, fuck you.
Anyway, you restart the phone call. Pango says, "Hey, Winter, how's business?"
It's business. You know, same old, same basic ass jobs. You know, things are going pretty smoothly. Haven't heard from any of the douchebags recently, so you know, pretty uneventful. Just job after job. Everything's been pretty samey.
Yeah. Can I make your life more interesting?
Please. Yes, absolutely.
I need a little help running some out of North Haywood. I think you personally would be good at this.
All right, and what makes me your go-to pick? Because I know people in this city. There's always a catch of some kind. So why are you picking me for this?
2 reasons. A, I'm picking you because you can punch a hole in a bitch. B,
Reason.
I'm picking you because this is the kind of job where it'd be real easy to screw me over. And I'm picking you because I believe you give a shit about what happens in Haywood. So I can trust you.
And what's the job?
I'll tell you more about it at the bar, but I'll say now, North Haywood has an uninvited guest of a fixer. I don't want him doing business here. I'm looking for you to help me make sure that doesn't happen.
Would I have heard anything about this, considering that I'm a fixer in Haywood?
You have heard tell of a much larger fixer who operates across the entire city. His name's Hornet. Hornet is a fixer in the most absolute sense of the term. He does business, and he does not give much of a shit about anything else. It is hard to call Hornet a cruel man or a good man. He just does business. He does not give a shit what kind of business he does.
Oh, hold up! You cut out again.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I can hear you
You
again.
cut out.
Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, Hornet is, you have heard of Hornet. before. He is a much larger fixer, operates all across Night City, but he doesn't generally do anything in Haywood, at least until now. And Hornet is the kind of fixer who just doesn't care what kind of business he does. He's not particularly cruel or particularly kind. If it comes across his feed and he can make money off it, he'll fucking do it.
So I'm guessing you're talking about that Hornet fucker?
I am indeed.
Say no more. I'm in. Yeah, I do not want him in my town. Seen what he's done to other districts. He's only bad news.
Yeah, no kidding. I'll be at a bar. I'll send you the name. 6 p.m.
All right, sounds good.
See you then.
All right. Yeah, I closed my my agent, sent a quick text to my husband, letting him know what I'm doing. Take off the Oni mask, store it in like a slot that I have in the back of my jacket. Take off my hood and kind of change my demeanor, and start making my way towards the bar.
All right.
I believe that leaves you, Caution.
Yep. I was just jotting down the notes for the interaction. Yes, so finally, Pendragon, where are you in Night City, and what are you up to on a lazy Sunday afternoon, about 3 p.m.?
I am doing the most tiresome task that a computer specialist can do, and that is read code, or more accurately, try to read your own code a month later.
Good luck.
Truly horrifying.
Yeah.
Looking over the last round of comments and fixes and suggestions, quote unquote, that our partner sent in her last update to the code base, and she is just sitting in front of her desk, lights out, computer screen, the only major source of light in the room, just watching the line scroll on, eyes dead to the world.
You look like a zombie in this light.
Perhaps just a little bit dead to her own code at this point, because she doesn't quite because she's stuck in that twilight of kind of remembering what she was doing, but also going, that was a really stupid way. Did I actually do that?
Where did you say you were again?
Pacifica.
Okay. Which I think... God, where is Pacifica at this point in the time? Oh, wait, no, there it is. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Because there are some districts that have different names at different points in the timeline.
Fair enough.
Alright. See that. You look like a zombie at this point. You are dead to the world and to yourself. As you read over code you wrote about a week ago, a month ago. What time was it? You don't know. Lines scroll across the screen. Your eyes are completely burnt at this point. They hurt, but you have work to do. And you're evaluating just how much you have screwed yourself, trying to assess damage, And, can I ask if, Viper has been brought into the fold here?
Oh yeah, the comment lines are about half the screen.
So, aside from your own very sparse documentation, this code has been shotgunned with comments written all in lowercase and half in swear words from another character who has looked over this code and run roughshod over it. Already changed some things, other things left for you to figure out how to fix, but they are all comments somewhere along the vein of God will curse you for your hubris.
Oh. Yeah.
And who the fuck has ever called this function in their life? This is some real evil floating point bit level hacking.
Works. It works. It's not stupid if it works. She says as though Viper can hear her. But I don't know how it works.
You are
That shouldn't
back.
work.
Yeah, you are back at square one, as you have been many times in this process. Writing code is for... What are you writing code for? Do you even know?
At this point, it is a, it is an, applet, so that, her agent can, sum up voicemail messages. That's it. She is reduced to a job she thought she abandoned long ago. Being custom written because the ganger one in question has a fixation on a very particular celebrity, and of course we gotta do the voice print.
Of course. It's a job. It's a job. You were looking over this, trying to make it all work, when I guess you've probably got your agent plugged into your computer somehow.
Yep.
Your computer rings with a call.
Click it. Click the accept, and briefly consider just jacking into so that she can perform her abominable crimes against programming again. And figure out how the fuck everything was connecting.
A voice on the other end goes, "Hello, you're on Car Talk."
Yeah, it's this. She pauses for a moment, looking for, like, shaking her head, eyes blinking rapidly as she massages her brow. This is Pendragon.
Hi. My name's Pango. I'm interested in your help.
What manner of help?
In-person kind of help.
She looks at the clock, looks outside, looks at the window, looks down at the app that's not going to get finished this week.
It's a beautiful day outside.
You know what? I could do that.
Sweet. I'll send you the address to a bar in Haywood if you can meet up about 6 p.m. I'll be there.
Understood. What should I expect when I get there, specifically?
You should expect a drink. You should expect a good time. You should expect to have to plug into some stuff. Well, not yet. You know, I'm going over the plan.
Yep. More good work. Yeah, no, this job's not gonna get not gonna be done before rents come due. All right. I'll be there. Send me the geo ping when you once the call hangs.
Will do.
She it's wonderful meeting you. Click.
All right. Later on, leaving poor Pendragon in that poor goddamn apartment. Some 3 hours later. How are all of you getting ready for a night at the bar? And how do you get to this place? It's a bar. It is a pretty low down, very local Haywood bar just called Ice.
Winter is just walking there.
Not a long walk. It's a perfectly fine walk, one you've done before.
Pendragon sticks a knife on the inside of her boot. Double checks the armor jack she's wearing under her hoodie, and then walking.
From
How about
Pacifica?
you?
That is a long ass walk.
It is a long ass walk. Do you think I have money to pay for fare?
Apparently not. We'll see you tomorrow, I guess.
Started walking as soon as that call was up.
Yeah.
Well, Title's gonna put on her very nice, her one very nice top, which is then immediately ruined by every other piece of her fit. And she will pay for a cab, like a normal person.
All right. You hop in a pretty average cab, brings you down the 828 down New Westbrook to this bar. See the sights of Night City. You drive past the executive zone as you go down. See those flashing lights in the sky as you drive past over the overpasses, looking over the remains of the edge of Night City, as it both grows and collapses at the same time in truly exotic fashion. Finally end up at this bar. This bar, like I said, pretty small, very local joint. Not too large. Sparsely decorated. It is mostly just a bar and a lot of tables. And this place is pretty damn busy. You walk in and there is a wall of noise, especially at these, just small double doors, wooden doors, that you kind of have to cram yourself into through people. People have spilled out onto the street as it starts to cool down. They're holding drinks, ice melting in the glass, talking in at least 3 different languages off the top of your head. And agents struggling to keep pace with the translation work where it's even required. And just a lot of talking, activity, noise. Very, very Haywood. And you walk in the state that you walk in, and maybe Winter, some folks that you see here, but you have just no idea where to find Pango.
I start making my way towards the bar, pat a few people on the shoulder that I recognize, say hi, kind of pseudo tower above a decent amount of people, and plop myself down on the bar, hold up my hand to the bartender who slides me a glass of water.
Yep. The bartender is a short, middle-aged woman, black hair, walks over to you, nods, says, "Well, long time no see. You been busy, winter?"
I'm always busy. How's
Right,
business
that's the
been?
shit. Booming.
Yeah, I could tell.
Busy, but
I'll
good
just take
tips.
the water. Oh, that's good. I'll just take the water for now. Got business to do.
Yep. But the other two of you.
Does this bar have a dance floor?
It has a floor. There's a space off to the left. They've got the stereos blaring with something bassy, some kind of dub. You can't hear it. It's shaking the fucking place, but somehow you can't hear it over the noise of the talking. And there's just an empty floor off to the left of the bar where a lot of these stereos are stacked up. You can see some people milling about, talking to each other. Very crowded space. Are they dancing? What do you call dancing in Night City? Yeah, you get
Yes, Tidal's going to mingle and get her groove on.
it. And I would like to inaugurate you with the first roll for doing this. Let's get a dance roll. Let's get it.
Alrighty.
That's a beautiful start to
16.
this. 16. Oh my goodness. You are really good at whatever the fuck this is. You are in the center of the floor with everyone else who seems to be enjoying themselves, enjoying the evening. This is a local joint, but it's a good energy. You feel a good energy here. People here are off of work. They're having a drink with people they know. It's just relaxing. You still have no idea where to find your contact, but it's fun.
They'll find me.
That's the spirit. Pendragon.
Pendragon enters the bar kind of slowly, eyes glancing furtively to the corners, and then stops for a moment at the insanity that has taken over the dance floor. Well, takes all types.
Can you physically describe title for me, Aedan?
Alright, well, I do have an image for her.
Alright, let's see it.
Alrighty. There you go.
Alright, there you go.
Ignore the cookie.
It's canon. You always have it. No. You see such character, kind of taking over the middle of the dance floor.
Oh,
Gone.
Gone.
Refin?
Raffin?
Hello, Refin?
Sorry, they're fucking with the internet.
Oh, damn.
Ah.
Can you hear us okay?
Yep, I can. For now.
Okay. Alright,
Pendragon just
There
simply takes a moment to shake her head. And find a cozy part of the wall that other people are not immediately. Hold on. No, hold on. I need to clarify something internally.
Oh, good.
You know what? She looks She thinks for a moment that this is the silliest damn thing that she has ever seen in Night City. You know what? Why the fuck not join in?
All right, let's see another dance roll.
Let's see. This is not gonna end well. $14.
Not bad. Not as in the center of the floor as this other character, but you fall into the crowd. You nod along. You're enjoying yourself. People accept you into the space.
She can't get away with trying to style, and she knows this. Damn, it is tempting.
Yeah, but I mean, you're rocking with it.
Mm-hmm.
Still have no idea how to find your contact. Still,
I have no idea how to find my
it's
contact.
amazing. We haven't progressed a second. I love it.
They called her.
Pangolin should know what she was getting into when she called TIDAL.
you bump shoulders with someone next to you, as do you, TIDAL.
Was that? TIDAL is not amused by people interrupting her grooving.
And Pendragon doesn't take too well to intrusions of her own physical space, but she's dancing. This is the matter of dancing. You sometimes hit people. Sometimes bloody.
This is true. TIDAL has punched someone on the dance floor before.
So do you just kind of share a mutual look of acceptance?
Yes.
I was gonna just like analyze the dance moves on offer here. All right, it's gonna hit a certain mark, or else she's gonna be totally disappointed. It's like, but can she hit the splits? That's the thought in the brain right now.
That's what's going on in the dome. Can you, I guess, describe Pendragon, if you will?
Pendragon is a welcome to my greatest weakness.
Should have whipped out Pickeroo 3 weeks ago.
Shush. The Pendragon is a young woman with no like hugely distinguishing features off the top of your head. She has her shush. I can hear the judgment.
Oh no, what's judging?
She's got a she is wearing at least half of a tracksuit, but the sheer social negative points that should be accrued by that surely must be dispelled by the shock of purples and pinks that make up her top and her hoodie. She's visually a disaster.
Title, you see that? You see someone next to you who looks distinctly Pacifica.
You really should pay more money on how you look.
Fuck you.
You see her for 1 second. You're like, get your paper up. What is going on? Wow. Meanwhile, Raffin, do we still have you on the line?
Oh yeah, we do.
All right. While some shit is going on at the dance floor that you are distinctly unaware of, and you are nursing a glass of water, you see, creep behind the bar, a character in a glowing orange jacket with these running frills that run about down to her knees, and these pants with orange highlights to them, just very orange and glowing orange. Creep behind the bar. You recognize her as Penguin.
Doing it right.
She steps behind the bar, looks at all the face for a second, lands on your face, and then walks up to you and leans on the bar and says, "Hey, winner."
Yeah, you look as inconspicuous as always, Pango.
Yep, my specialty, really, just stealth work.
Oh yeah, I could tell.
Now that's why you're here. All right, I'm gonna be in the corner, and she points at a table.
All right. Have these other people, I'm assuming you hired for the job, on their way, or are they already here?
They're probably somewhere in here.
All right. Well, let's get to it then. I'll down my glass of water and get up and walk over to the corner table.
All right. Meanwhile, the other two of you, it's about 6:10, 6:15 by this point. You get a text on your agent that just says, in all capitals, orange, and then not in all capitals, in the corner.
At the
I love
beeping of
squeezing
her
oranges.
agent, Pendragon just sighs, looks down. All right, I guess it is time for work.
Yeah, you know, Title texted that to Pegolin, by the way.
What did you text exactly?
I like squeezing oranges. Anyway.
You get a text back that just says, "Please do not squeeze me."
So just send a smiley face and then go walk off to find her.
Alright, let me jot some notes down, and then we'll do that.
He's great. On a Blu-ray, $99.
I knew you would recognize that. Alright. So you arrive in the corner, and you see sitting in the back corner, kind of lounged up, drink, some ice cold, colorful drink in one hand and other arm, kind of laying over the booth, looking relaxed, is a girl in, orange jacket, glowing, like tech hair that's kind of riffling with orange and mirror colors, kind of middle length, down to her shoulders, kind of looking up at you. And then, if you would like to describe Winter and how Winter is sitting.
Yeah, Winter is wearing this, full on black leather jacket. It's got the telltale red highlights of the popular brand of studded jackets that a lot of edge runners tend to wear in the city. Long black hair, relatively basic features. Like, she's not unattractive, but she's also pretty normal looking for the most part. But she's huge. Like, her arms are making the sleeves of her jacket definitely bulge a bit. You almost wonder how, like, she was able to get the jacket on in the first place. Like, did she need a second person to help her get those arms through? Maybe. And seeing the two of you approach, Winter kind of gives Tango a look of, it's not these two, right?
Pango gives you a look in return, kind of bobs his drink towards you, puts her fingers up, and give me a second notion. A look which can be best described as, let me cook.
Just kind of give a, like, all right, you know what you're doing, face. And put a hand up and wave at the two of you.
Pango waves to me. Come on, come on. Sit down.
So I'm assuming it's like a booth, right?
Yeah, like a corner booth.
Yeah, Tidal's just gonna like lay down, like full on, like on like the side, just on one side of the booth.
All right. What do you mean? Like, you fully like lay down?
Yeah, like the side lane,
Yeah. You take up a lot of room. What about you, Pendragon?
She's middling height, but she'll sit down in what space is left.
All right. She
These
kind of
seats are
gathers you in.
much cleaner than I expected them to be.
Yeah, well, I take care of my spaces, I had to do some cleaning before you got here. I'll admit it. But I like this bar. I like this place. How's your evening? Am I buying anyone a drink? Is that what's going on? Looks at all of you.
Not immediately. I don't run real well drunk
Whiskey.
or high. Shouldn't do that again.
Yeah, you probably should. I imagine it's a hell of a thing in your line of work. Whiskey for you, Tidal. She punches something in on her agent. So it'll be here in a second. Anyway, yeah, welcome. This is my favorite bar in the area. Thanks for coming out.
Nice.
I appreciate the time. I'll get business. You've all got your own particular skill sets, and I've put the three of you together because I think you'll be best to tackle this. Normally, the things I do are, I'm a fixer. I connect people. I make communication possible in Night City. This time, it's pretty personal. I'll be honest, which is why I got the three of you, because I felt like you could be trusted with this. That you would give a shit in the same way I do. So, when I was a kid coming up in Haywood, before I was a fixer myself, there was a guy who was a fixer in my area in North Haywood by the name of Hornet. Pretty ruthless guy, but he's expected of a fixer of the era. I was 8, 10, 12 at the time. This was, post-war Night City. Everyone was trying to kill each other. So, growing up that time, pretty normal for a fixer to be that brutal. But Hornet eventually outgrew the nest, flew away to take over several other boroughs in Night City, abandoned Haywood completely, and has evolved to become a greater version of the piece of shit I knew when I was 12. and it was no fun to be around him then. But let me tell you, trying to get what I needed on the streets of Haywood with him in charge, real fucking shit show. But he left, and I helped fill in the gaps that he left behind. Now he's back, and he wants his business back. And I want to tell him fuck off. Hornet put some fucking people in the ground when I was a kid. I want to make sure he doesn't do that again. So, I brought the three of you here together today because there's a warehouse. A Haywood-run warehouse. Pretty small local gig. But it's a warehouse where Hornet's gonna put his product for the context that he's trying to take over in Haywood. Store it en masse because it can't get to its distribution routes yet. He doesn't have them all set up proper, but he does have the product and he needs it to be in Haywood so it can get to where it needs to get to. You know, get through all the nomads and the gangs it has to change hands between, all the turf he has to work to make this shit happen. As long as it's in that warehouse before he can actually get it sold, it's vulnerable. So, I would like to steal it while it's all in one place. And then, best case scenario, we can pawn it off and fill in the gaps that Hornet is trying to push other people out of. Worst case scenario, we fucking burn it.
What's the product?
All sorts of things. Hornet is a man who deals in just about every business that there is in Night City, but the biggest portion of the product is probably going to be cybernetics, agent tech, you know, real tech kind of shit. But there'll be anything you can think of in there. Probably weapons, guns, ammo, like I said, cybernetics, agent tech, biotoxins, whatever.
All right.
Should be about 3 to 5 real crates worth in there.
You had me at fuck off.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Hornet's bad news, and I want him out of town. So, here is the plan as I see it now, and I'll leave you all to figure out the details. That's why I hired you, or will hire you. But warehouse called the Coldex South. It is in the south of Haywood. Big surprise. Again, pretty small local institution. My plan right now is that sometime here in the next couple of days, and I can give you a layout and some information about the company that runs it. See how you want to try and infiltrate. But one way or another, in the next couple of days, you all can punch your way into the warehouse, find the crates that house Hornet's product, and haul it out of there. Now, depending on how you three want to do things, there's options. My original idea was that I could play driver. I can commandeer a box truck, and if you can load the crates into that truck, we can ship them out of town and either sell them to the people who are already looking to buy them. Again, the downside is that this gear's already spoken for. If you steal it, you'll be pissing a lot of people off at the same time. I'd like to avoid doing that. Best case scenario, again, we can sell it to the people who already bought it and take the money for ourselves. Worst case scenario, we destroy it and it's a shipping interference. You know, have a little bit of a cover story. One way or another, we just need to get people pissed off at Hornet.
Pissed off at him without tracing it back at all to you or some of the other fixers in here.
Yeah, exactly. We destroy or fence all of this product while it's still in one place. A bunch of people are mad at Hornet because he fell out in a bunch of different deals at the same time. Suddenly people aren't amicable to working with Hornet anymore, even though he offers better prices sometimes.
Even if it's somewhat blatant sabotage, wouldn't it reflect badly on him just for the fact that he wasn't able to secure his goods against this kind of thing?
Exactly.
We don't even necessarily need to hide that we're
Well,
that tampering is occurring, just who is doing the tampering.
sure, if you want to start a gang war.
Yeah, let's not do that, please. Whatever the outcome is, I don't give a shit if his stuff gets nuked off the face of the earth. We're not inciting a gang war.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
if you don't cover your own tracks, Hornet will try and get your ass, and my ass too. That's the danger here.
True. Be kind of annoying to have both the cops and the robbers after me.
That would be bad.
Pango, is there not a world in which we just kill Hornet? I don't know what's your info for this job look like? Like, how's
You
your intel
see,
looking?
Pango kind of gets conflicted about that. You know, when you get cancer, it's real easy to kill cancer cells. The hard part is killing cancer cells without dying, right? Hornet is a piece of shit, but unfortunately, he's kind of a vital organ right now. You kill Hornet, it's not just one supply chain that breaks down. The whole city is gonna skip a beat of its heart. I would love a future in which Hornet is a corpse, but right now, pulling that trigger would cause a lot of trouble.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured that was the case, but figured I'd ask.
Complex systems, one variable's out of place, everything else falls apart.
Yeah,
So
trust
could
me,
we just blow up the warehouse?
that's an option. Would take a lot more explosives, though.
I'm
Again,
not
a
sure
lot
we
of
can afford that much explosives.
I mean,
I know.
I don't know what you can afford. I don't know if you'd turn a profit with that many explosives. I'm paying you well, but not that fucking well.
Well, I mean, if he's trading in weapons and munitions in general, there's a non-zero chance that he has some explosives that we can use on his own shit.
Pango
So
gestures her drink towards that. That's a good shot. It's a good idea. Again, I'm leaving a lot of the details up to you three. You're the specialists. I'm just here to make the connection, as usual. Whatever your plan is, let me know, and I'll contribute in the ways that I can. Mostly it's up to you three. But like I said, I can give you a basic floor plan of the warehouse, and I can give you some details about the company that runs it. And, you've got a million different options for how you want to get there and get the job done. But the basic objective, the pay that I'm giving you, is for best case scenario, a bonus if you can get the crates out of there. Worst case scenario, still standard pay if you can just destroy it. Does that make sense?
I think I can do you one better, Pango, because I know you. You know me. This benefits me. Obviously, the two of them are probably going to want their money. I don't want to get paid for this. I'm doing this because I want to do it. But I wouldn't say no to doing this for a favor.
You see Fango kind of consider for a second. Something specific or just an IOU?
Yeah, just an IOU. Fixer to fixer. You know I'm not going to call it on some bullshit.
Yeah, I know. I just got the credits together is the thing. I mean, I'd help you anyway, but sure.
Well, I'll probably call it on something a little bit more extreme than I normally call it for, but nothing insane.
Alright, that's fine by me.
Perfect.
About the other two of you. Any stipulations?
No.
Well, gonna have to see the level of intel you got. No, any hope a girl get her hands on preliminaries on the network infrastructure? I know not the digital. Server architecture is a nightmare to do recon on, so I'll be doing that in the field. But in terms of what's physically available at the on-site,
Pango takes a data pad out from one of the pockets in her jacket, plops it in the middle of the table in front of you, taps a couple things on it, seems to hit X on a message, says, "Shut up, Dan." And then opens up a, taps on it to kind of size it to the right thing and puts it in the middle where everyone can see it, rotates it so everyone has a good angle. And you see a top-down, maybe not the full blueprints, but a basic map of the warehouse. And like she said, it's pretty small. It's got one loading dock that houses, 3 normal box trucks that does most of the, last mile shipping around Night City. You've got a shit ton of shelves where they store a bunch of crates, and then you've got one kind of corner room in the back. And then on a different part of this document is like the floor plan of the outsides. You've got the gate and the parking lot and everything. But the basic structure, and then you have a map of the basic structure, and then Pango points to the office inside the building and says, "This is probably where most of their security and connections are located. You've probably got a pretty solid jack-in point there. You can make use of whatever security they've got on site, which probably will be a little. Again, not a lot, but I wouldn't be surprised if they've got a turret or a trap set up or something. This is where you can get into there." And then on the outside, she points to like the outer gate where the things drive in from. They've got a security checkpoint right here as well, where they've got someone watching over the yard and the gate. There's probably a connection point there that at least will let you open the gate. So you've got multiple options to enter from. You can enter from the back, you can enter from the front and open the gate and make way for a vehicle. Up to you. But you've got at least 2 connection points, I figure. One in the front, outside the building to open the gate, maybe use some other security stuff in the yard, and then one connection point inside the building where you can really run the place from.
Gotcha. I'm not too opposed. Then again, I've got rent incoming, so staring that one down, and it's either this or programming more fucking voice modulators.
Yeah,
That sounds incredibly boring.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'd much rather whatever approach we take be stealthier, but if we need to go loud, then we need to go loud. But
I mean, my thought is we don't necessarily go loud as a matter of course. We could approach quietly enough and leave things in ruins after we're out of blast radius.
Well, if we want to steal the stuff, are we gonna have to go loud?
Not necessarily. I brought in Pendragon, a Netrunner, here for a reason. If you want to go the whole Whisper Quiet way, you can try and validate everything using the internal software. Validate a new truck coming in, just like they're picking up a package. I roll in with a box truck, and we leave in the truck like nothing ever happened. Of course, they'll figure it out, but probably not for a couple days.
we might also be able to talk our way through it, since I know a lot of the muscle in this area. There's a non-zero chance that some that I know are working for Hornet currently. I might be able to bullshit our way in.
Maybe. Loud and quiet aren't necessarily mutually exclusive. You can always, distract.
True. False alarm to one location, back it up with a real alarm triggered by our good friend on the other side of the building, and we move in the chaos.
Yep. Would make it easier to, get through any security they have if it's already distracted by something else. It's also easier to sneak by any staff that might be on site. The company that runs this warehouse, Coldec, as far as I can tell, they're pretty legit. I mean, they just move boxes. Any kind of doing business in the city will inevitably end up trading a couple of things with a local fixer. They'll I mean, they'll fucking run you out of town themselves if you refuse to trade their packages, so gotta do something. But as far as I understand, Koldeck and Hornet are very different things. Koldeck is kind of just housing a couple boxes for trucks that Hornet gives them the deets on. Just providing a little security and last mile shipping stopping point. But as far as I understand, Koldeck is legit and just another one of however many small warehouses around Night City.
Oh, I got a
Oh,
stupid idea.
Their security shouldn't be the greatest in the world, but as far as I
love
understand,
stupid ideas.
like anywhere else, they'll probably have a couple of on-site guards.
So, I got a real stupid idea.
Yeah, let's hear it. This is the planning time.
So, cops don't like me that much.
Don't love me either.
I think cops don't like anyone who's not a cop.
Also true.
Pigs are assholes.
Anyway, the idea.
Yeah.
The idea is I poke their cybercrime division. From the terminal, local, their rapid response unit, if I make the poke loud enough to make it look like I'm doing something real stupid, rolls right through, distracts the front folks because they might assume an entirely different array of intentions behind the raid. It ain't the first time the cops have turned merc. Lawmen aren't all employed by Night Corp. And even the ones that are sometimes have their own agenda.
So you mean you bring in the Netwatch, the big guys, to the warehouse, and then you get them to free up the crates? I don't understand.
I get them to free up the guards. We don't need a distraction of our own.
So you get
Alternatively,
that element to distract the guards while you get the crates. That makes sense. It's a possibility.
and of course, if I was doing this solo, I'd probably try to tag the crates that we're interested in. Have the boys in blue yoink them off as evidence. That'd piss them off.
Yeah, that would piss Hornet off real fast.
But that would introduce a third party to our arrangement, though.
It would. Could be worth it. It's an idea. You mentioned, Winter, you mentioned you might know some of the guys working muscle at the warehouse?
It's definitely possible. I mean, I've worked with practically half of all of the edge runners in this area, and I know a lot of them are not exactly upstanding citizens. So it wouldn't surprise me if a bunch of those idiots decided to work with the worst possible fixer to work with in all of Haywood.
Not all of them had choices.
No, I'm sure they didn't, but, you know, I don't really care if they had choices or not. There's always a choice to say no. And if there's consequences for that, well, too fucking bad. But, you know, I'll deal with that personally with any of them that try to work with me in the future if I do run into any of those morons. But, you know, it's a possibility I might be able to talk our way in, but I won't know until I get there.
Sorry,
Not for nothing, but I am fairly well known in these parts by a decent chunk of edge runners and hustle and all that fun shit. So, statistically speaking, at least one of them is bound to know me. Could maybe say that I'm there to talk to Hornet for a job or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Another possibility. You see Pangolin turn to look at you, Tidal, and she kind of rethinks for a second. I think I know what you're going to suggest, but say it anyway.
We run in, drop 4 grenades, and leave.
Okay.
That's not gonna be able to stop me.
I put one of my elbows on the table and like I put my hand up to my mouth to like cover my mouth and nose and lean a bit closer into Pangolin. I was like, "Are you 100% sure that this is a good idea with this group that you brought to me here?"
I needed someone who wasn't delicate.
I've cost Continental Brands $500,000. I know what I'm doing.
That's true.
Fair enough. I mean, okay. Actually, how about this? We run the rogue ISP scam.
Let's hear it.
I fuck with their network, with their network connectivity. Simple enough to do. Just put me around to any of their points, and I just muck about. There are ways to get yourself on so many automatic block lists. It's not even funny.
So cut their connection to the city net.
Yep. Now, review procedures will let them loose for a little while, but that's when a couple of folks in a truck and overalls come in going, "Hey, we're from the ISP. We're from..." and we're doing some service in this area, or whatever other excuse you think will work.
And if you can get some of that muscle that Winter might know to just let you in the door, that's all you need, right?
Yep. Besides, lets us bring in kit, or kit bags that look like they might be carrying kit. What do you all think?
Well, on the off chance that anyone there does actually know me, the vast majority of them have never seen my face, so it'd probably be fine.
Going mask off. It's a rare one.
Well, if I'm on a job, and if I'm on a job, then
Hold on.
tend not to wear the mask. The mask is mainly for when I'm working as a fixer, but if I'm working as an edge runner, mask does not need to stay on.
I appreciate the tenacity.
It's fine by me, I suppose.
Yeah, the scam idea is not a bad idea. Worst comes to worst, I can strong arm our way in a little bit. But yeah, I like that. That could work.
All right, that sounds like a plan. Like I said, I can play driver. So I can network up a box truck for the evening and drive you guys in the door.
All right, and do we know what the defenses look like? How many personnel they have on staff at any given time? How many hustle they have hired? Full blueprints of the building, things like that.
I have a floor plan, which you point to the data pad on the table. As for the exact staffing count, I couldn't give you an exact number, but on any given evening, I doubt it would be more than 5.
That's not that bad.
On-site security, like I said, with a smaller warehouse like this, they've probably got maybe an automated gun or something of that caliber, maybe a small drone. So nothing 3 of you can't handle. Again, this is just some warehouse in the middle of nowhere. You probably don't gotta fucking kill them. They're gonna run away if they're gonna fucking... It's not worth that much money.
Oh, yeah.
Just gotta make the point you mean business.
Yeah, let's drop as few bodies as possible.
Yeah, ideally none.
Yeah.
And I kind of give a look to TIDAL when I say that. Mrs. Explosives expert over there.
No, you wouldn't hurt a fly, right, Title?
Title's just gonna look away.
She'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Property damage expert, not a vitals damage expert.
I highly doubt you'll be anyone better than me at placing explosives.
That much is true.
Such confidence. Let's see if it lives up to the hype.
Winter is actively checking Title's hands to make sure that all the things are there.
Are they?
Yes.
It's evidence.
She hasn't brought herself up yet.
Angela nods. No, yeah, the reason I heard about you was the biotech job. That was a hell of a thing. Was there a reason you did that, or was it just like
They were pissing me off for encroaching on Biotechnica.
yeah, fair enough. I mean, Continental Brains is a real piece of shit, so I don't blame you. I'd blow up all their shit if they could. If it wouldn't starve everyone in Night City in the process. But man, are they fucking mean.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, when the work is done, worst case scenario, you just have to burn the crate. I'm expecting to give all of you, well, all of you minus Winter now, 500 credits for your evening of hard work. Best case scenario is 750 if you can bring the crates out. We can do something with them. As for the fallout with Hornet, I'll deal with it. I'll let you know if anything else comes up that you need to be aware of, but like I said, Hornet's not established in Haywood yet. This is him reaching out, trying to make connections. So if we can stop him now, you know, it's unlikely he'll be trying again.
Yeah.
I had to mentally reword what I was about to say, because I was about to say, yeah, we got to show him that we don't want his kind around here. And then I realized that I should maybe choose my words better. But
maybe choose your words a little better.
Yeah.
Pause.
But yeah, we got to make sure that Hornet knows that fixtures like him aren't welcome in these parts.
Yeah. A lot of people do business in Haywood. I am far from the only one, but goddamn if I don't want Hornet to be one of them. He's got enough money and power as it is.
Yeah. Let's keep him where he is.
Keep him in check.
So, what do you all thinking of for final plan? Because it looks like we've solidified something at least.
Where's that whiskey I ordered?
Oh yeah. Here, I'll go grab it. And Pangolin walks away for a second, kind of like one hand jumping over the table to get out from the corner without moving past any of you, and then goes towards the bar, leaving the three of you alone with each other for a moment.
Winter doesn't say this, but it's running through her mind. This is gonna be babysitting duty, isn't it? It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. We're gonna be fine. Penguin knows what she's doing. I'm sure it's okay.
Tidal is an excellent solo. Don't worry.
Your ISP scam, I think, might be the best way of getting us in.
All right.
Hopefully no one recognizes my voice when we get there, but, you know, most of my business is done pretty discreetly, so they shouldn't.
Well, not just that, but if someone does recognize you, you can point out that you're a fucking fixer. You get jobs everywhere. And
Oh, yeah, no,
sometimes you need to make sure the ISP's doing their damn job.
I have an idea of how I'll handle things if we do cross that bridge, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. She just kind of cracks her knuckles, and it's like deafeningly loud, despite the music and everything going on and the droning sounds of the bar. She cracks her knuckles, and like a few nearby people turn to look and then go back to minding their own business. It's so loud. So is that the plan?
Sounds good to
Pangolin
me.
comes back with 2 whiskeys and sets them both in front of you. Title.
Excellent. She slams one back.
All right.
That is a waste of good whiskey.
Sounds like all of you came to a solid plan.
Don't insult my drinking taste.
Oh, I was gonna hand you each 50 credits for the prep cost as well, by the way, just up front.
Gotcha.
So,
That I'll take.
We
ping that to all of you real quick. And she does so. Just to cover whatever the hell you've got to get. I guess you've got to get some nifty looking uniforms.
I got something that'll work.
Y'all ever heard of the cheerleader effect? Like if you're all wearing the same thing, people just think it looks cool, just kind of automatically.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
It's a powerful thing. Psychology or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna look like Penguin's Angels. It'd be fantastic.
God, no.
I think Penguin's scales works better, but given that's partly what they're known for.
Does no one watch classic TV?
Scale effect where anything I wear looks cool.
What?
I don't know why that fucking got me so good.
Winter just said, I guess no one watches classic TV these days.
Yeah, no.
To
Well, I
which-
did, because I was fucking broke, but...
I watch the classicest of TV.
Penguin gets it.
Old ad reads?
Not quite.
Billy Bloomsdale.
Jesus
Old
Christ,
ad
that show?
reads.
Fucking Billy Bloomsdale in this bitch. My God. We are in the 2020s.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is
no.
taste. That is
that
taste. I don't know what kind of taste it is.
That explains so much about you.
It really does.
Once again, I give Penguin another look like, are you fucking for real with me right now?
This time, Pangolin gives you this big, stupid grin and nods just really hard, like, I'm having fun.
Alright. How old
You
is
need
Penguin?
a certain insanity in your cyberpunk crew. It's how it works.
How old is Penguin supposed to be? Would I know that? Actually,
Early
yeah, I should
20s.
know that. Okay. Okay, so I out-aged her by like half a decade at least.
Yeah, you are significantly her elder. If you've heard anything about Pango, it's that she's...
Significantly, excuse you.
Well, sorry. Listen, in Edgerunner terms, yes. That is pretty significant. Given most of you are dead by 40.
Yeah.
So...
Awesome.
If you have heard anything about Pangolin, it's that she is impressive for her age.
Why does this fossil keep on looking at me funny?
Please tell me you say that out loud.
Yes.
I just kind of sigh and get up. Like, all right, where are we? I sigh, get up, flick everyone my deets, and like, all right, let me know when you guys are ready to go. I'm gonna head home. I have a husband to get back home to. Let me know when I'm meeting you all.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get in touch. Figure
Yeah.
sometime in tomorrow night or night after. We'll do the thing.
And
Makes sense
Pango
to me.
can tell us his hi.
You think sexy handyman or just handyman will do as the costume?
I would go with just handyman this time.
Just handyman. You come in as a quote unquote sexy handyman, and and your role as distraction will be sudden male stripper or sudden no not male, sorry sudden stripper.
Title sighs deeply. It says, fine.
Oh, and other thing, you all this goes well. Of course, I mean, not you fixer, but I can put you in the loop with a lot of friends of mine who need stuff done. Want particular people to do it. Just warning, I have a lot of really weird friends, so if that, point is, I'll get you more jobs.
Yep, that's
I
what I'm
love
counting
weird
on.
people.
You would.
Yeah, Pango, you always know how to pick them.
I sure do.
Yeah. The Winter gets up and starts to walk away, like waves goodbye from over her shoulder, and puts in 2 earbuds and flicks on a Silver Scissors CD and starts walking away.
Pangolin finishes off her drink, looks at the other two, and says, "Well, any other questions before I for you?"
Don't think so. I don't usually have any questions.
Didn't figure. Pendragon?
Yeah. Nothing else. Nothing else I can think of in the immediate.
All right. Well, gonna move on. It's good talking to you two. Good meeting you two. Now I already knew Winter, but you seem like professionals. Be glad to work together again in the future, and looking forward to this event of ours.
Cool.
Suppose I'll see you two around.
Sweetness.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm off for the evening, so I'm gonna keep hanging out here. But you two are free to go.
See if Viper's noticed I stopped editing the code.
Have you
You.
considered shooting Viper?
Just shoots a dirty look at her.
If you
That's
check
one
your
solution.
agent, you have a very long list of DMs from Viper.
Oh fuck. Just kind of scans through them.
A lot of it's interspliced between "How does this work?" and "I hate you." And then it ends in, "Because you haven't responded to these, I'm going to assume you're touching grass, which is great because you should stop programming. But I think it should work better now. Good luck."
She's going to. She's gonna send a message back out to Viper. Congrats, you're right. I was touching grass for about as long as it takes to get a job to inflict my sense of programming on someone else's computer.
Great, you should try and write really good code on it. Because then it will ruin it. It will never be fixed.
He just looks at.
Title's just like leaning over your shoulder. It's like, I don't know if this is inspiring confidence. I think it's telling her to fuck off.
And what she just sends back a my code works and My code still works. Just the ultimate fuck you is my code works.
Unfortunately, this is true.
Queen, how does the operator role ability work specifically?
Operator, mostly you just roll it when you're talking to people. Hold on, let me pull up the book. Mostly it just determines your ability. You can roll operator and just kind of make characters and connections into existence, basically. So in this case, I wouldn't even really make you roll to have contacts at that warehouse, because it's so distinctly your territory.
Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to ask. I want to flick through my contacts and see if there's anyone that I could text to see if they can get me a little bit more info on that warehouse, or specifically if there's anyone I know working at that warehouse. Like if I know a guy that could get me that information.
All right. One second, I am making sure I've got this.
Also, I realized while I was looking at my character sheet here, I have to rename my singular enemy Jack Ryan, because it's like, okay, let me just do like a 2 first names like situation thing, you know, standard jackass. And I'm looking at the name. I was like, why do I recognize this? I accidentally subconsciously named my enemy the name of the main character from the first BioShock. Like completely unintentionally. Because the main character's name is Jack, and well, spoiler alert for a 17-year-old game, I guess. But you find out that you're Andrew Ryan's son, which means that his name is Jack Ryan.
Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely say you'd be able to just make that contact automatically as per your operator rank. But yeah, basically as operator rank increases, again, Fixer is just one of those classes that's very kind of GM dependent, but definitely just as you increase in like statistic, you just are able to make contacts with more and more important people. You get the ability to source more expensive items. And you can get better deals when buying stuff. And then there's the grease feature of that, which is you can kind of get along with more cultures throughout Night City.
Gotcha. Okay.
So at operator rank 4, your contacts and clients, you can just see it in the book, but it includes city gang honcho, minor politician, corporate executive, well-known person in the neighborhood. Reach, you can source items up to expensive value, which there's a chart in the back which determines, you know, the different price classes. Haggle, when you buy 5 or more of the same item, you can get 1 more of that item for free. And Grease, you know how to get along well with at least 1 other culture in your area, as well as gaining a single language you don't already know associated with that culture at skill level 4. So you get an extra language which you can tell them about at some point.
Operator is fucking cracked as hell. Holy shit.
Yeah, there's the whole point of playing Fixer is that you can just fabricate characters into existence, basically. It is literally, you know, I know a guy from your campaign. It is just you permanently know guys.
That's insane. Okay, that's how I wanted it to work, but I assumed there was
Quite
like
fun.
a caveat.
I know a guy.
It's not limited. You just get it. You just know people.
Goddamn.
So,
okay.
I will try and provide context where it makes sense, like I did with Haywood. But definitely, it's the kind of thing where you always want to be trying to take advantage of it. Do not be afraid of being annoying. If in literally every single interaction, the first thing out of your mouth is, "Do I know any of these people?" That is what a fixer should be doing.
Perfect. All right. Then
Reminds me of when I played Malin, always ask people for their phone numbers.
Yeah, the medias are the same way. You're always trying to make contacts. But yeah, so that's how fixer works.
Yeah. So, see, that's exactly how I like in my head pictured it, but I was picturing like that kind of level of influence and knowledge as being like later game. So,
Yeah, later game fixers, you could just start fucking. Like, if you're a rank 10 fixer, you can just start calling CEOs and presidents if you are a fucking deity.
you just have God's phone number, basically.
it's pretty close.
Yeah, like
God,
you know,
God bless your GM putting up with that. I have no idea, A, how you get a character to that level, B, how the fuck you even manage it. No idea.
that's hilarious. Yeah, so I'll look through my contact list. I'll start hitting up people that I think might know something about who's working in that warehouse currently, like who's gotten hired. Maybe someone that I need to go make a house visit to give them shit for picking this job specifically.
Yeah, so that was what I'm going to ask next. As all of you head out and you're all 50 credits richer to help cover your prep costs, is there anything in particular y'all are doing with the day that you have to get ready?
TIDAL is calling her parents saying that she is doing a job.
You get wish well.
Well, it's like I feel like she's like obligated to because she's technically a corporate solo.
That is true.
How old is Title?
TIDAL?
Mhm.
She is 22.
Oh, she's a baby. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, her first real job was just on her own going and exploding a whole bunch of Continental brand stuff.
Hey, they don't know that yet. They don't know the full story. So, you're calling your parents. And what are the other two of you up to?
I'm just sending a text to my husband Costello, letting him know what's going on. Definitely like semi code on the off chance that our messages get hacked. Code that he easily recognizes since we've been married for years. And just basically let him know like, hey, keep an eye on things for the next like 2 days. And then yeah, I'm gonna see if I could figure out where one of the workers lives and potentially pay them a visit with my Oni mask on.
All right. And what about you, Pendragon?
What should he go stone uphill?
So, this is gonna sound like a weird little request, but okay, this is gonna be a little unorthodox, but
Let's hear it. I'm down. It's my favorite thing to hear.
I want to pre-write my virus.
Okay.
And what I want that virus to do is basically to kind of like turn things off and on semi-randomly. Anything with a network connection within the architecture.
Okay.
Doesn't try real hard to break into secured systems, but it gives it a passing go. What would that require me to do?
So actually, pre-running a virus is pretty accurate to how the net running rules work already. Basically, the reward that you get for getting the bottom of a net architecture is that you get to implant a virus. That is the only way you can continue to change stuff after you've left a net architecture. When you implant that virus, you say the basics of what that virus does, and then that virus continues to be there and do that until someone manages to get in and repair it.
Yep.
So what you would then do is you would say, okay, I'm going to make a virus, and what this virus does is that it randomly blinks on and off anything that has a connection to the city net. And then you would need to get to the spot, find somewhere you can implant that virus, and then put that virus in there by getting to the bottom of the net architecture.
Gotcha.
Via, the net running minigame, go to a floor, fight some demons, go to a floor, pass a check, that kind of stuff. So you would do that until you get to the bottom, put in your virus, which you've already written and decided what it does, and then you'd be golden. So that even if you jack out, that virus is going to keep doing its thing.
All right.
So yeah, I will note that down. That is kind of what you plan to do. And then, other than that, I can answer your question, Winter.
Holy shit, is that Mega Man?
And
What's the name of
Battle
it?
Network 1. Yeah, it is.
Brain wavelengths aligned.
Young.
Awesome. So to answer your question, Winter, you make some calls, and you figure out pretty quickly. You look it up. You can tell who it is. You can tell who Koldeck is. Kind of when they were established around Haywood. They were one of the companies that filled in the gaps after the war. And you can figure out kind of where they connected in Haywood, and you start to remember the name. You remember at least one or two guys. One particular guy that comes to mind that has at least worked at Koldeck before. You're not 100% sure he's working there now, but you think he might be. He's a guy, one of the few guys working the business that's even like your senior. He was already a pretty established. He was already like starting out as a corporate soldier, right as the Fourth Corporate War was kicking off. So he fought that whole war, survived. He's like half cybernetics now, and now came home to Haywood and fed up with the corporate soldier life, didn't want to do that shit again. Quit his job there, and now just kind of makes ends meet doing that kind of low-stakes security gig work around Haywood. So very much a kind of tired old soldier who does not want to see active duty anymore, but you got to put kibble on the table somehow, and the skill that he has is shooting at stuff. So he mostly stands around and looks mean. That's his job.
Well, there goes my initial plan. I was hoping it was going to be some normal jackass that I'd be able to show up, be like, hey, you're going to do this thing tomorrow, or you're not going to do this thing tomorrow. And then if they said no, I was going to slip them $50. And then if they said no again, I was going to crush a rock in front of them and be like, are you sure about that? But I don't think that's going to work on this guy.
It's up to you.
Nah,
Possibilities are endless.
browbeat them.
I mean, if he's just looking for jobs.
I'm still going. I got backup plans. We got multiple.
He
efforts
lives
here.
in a pretty rundown apartment in the middle of Haywood.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way towards his apartment block. Put my mask on, kind of pull my hood up to cover the rest of my features, so that no one could recognize me as easily.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna walk up to his front door and just knock on it normally, like 3 hard knocks.
Boom, boom, boom. You wait. You hear some chattering. Two people kind of talking in a different language. Then he starts coming to the door. Coming! I'm coming! I'm coming!
Do I
So,
recognize the
door.
language that was being spoken?
Spanish.
Okay.
Just saying, something about like pause the TV or something.
Yeah.
Comes to the front door, swings it open. You see, faded looking furniture, cracked tile. In the back, maybe an open bedroom door. Someone else is there. You're not sure. He looks up at you a little. Oh, hey, Winter.
Tomorrow, there's going to be some people that come to your job. They say that they're going to take care of some issues with your ISP. You're going to make sure that they can do their work uninterrupted. And I take out of my pocket the 50 credits that I got from Pango and slide it over to him. If you take care of that, there's more coming your way.
He looks at it. Winner, I'll take your money, but you don't want to play this game.
Listen, we didn't have this conversation. You didn't see me here. And you're going to make sure that my people tomorrow have no issues, all right?
Yeah, I can do that for you, Winner. I don't think you should be doing what you're doing, but I can do that.
Listen, let me worry about the blowback. I'll make sure that you're taken care of. And there's no implication that you were involved in anything. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. And, I turn around and walk away.
Winner!
I stop, but I don't turn around.
You didn't hear this from me. He's fucking pissed. Okay? Whatever's going on here, he's mad.
I keep walking.
Closes the door.
I'm going to hold on to that information for now.
Okay. You walk away from the door. And unless anyone has further planning to do, I think we'll leave it there.
Guess I'll
All right.
buy a uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming you all buy a solid work uniform, I can look up how much that costs right now, actually. Da-da-da. Fashion stuff. Not an automated blood swarm, but thanks for the suggestion, book.
I want an automated blood swarm.
Well, you can get one for a price that I forgot, because I already turned the page. Just for you. Fresh off the presses. You're a fixer. You might be able to source it, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
I was going
see
to ask if I could just get my hands on one.
if generic shakers of lunch.